Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki stressed that some of the governments of the member states oppose the dictates of Germany and the European Commission. The Prime Minister reminded that strong resistance has already blocked the arbitrariness of Brussels and Berlin once. I have also been in contact with the President, who is also in talks on similar topics with European leaders, and I have also informed the President that here in these conclusions, in this declaration from the Council, there will be no migration provisions, and that there is no agreement to this. The head of government noted that Europe today faces a serious dilemma, whether to agree to mass illegal migration. This is the kind of project supported by the European People's Party, whose members include politicians from the Civic Platform and the Polish People's Party. The issue of the Polish veto is generating a great deal of interest among many journalists from around the world. They have approached us and me as well, asking about the details of the Polish position. So far, European MPs associated with the Polish opposition have been interested in publicizing Polish issues at the EU forum. This is the most important reform of this term, and we need to close it. If we fail, we will open the floodgates for populists and radicals. Poland wants to find solutions that will actually help those people who need help, people who have difficult lives, who are fleeing war. We proved by accepting war refugees from Ukraine into Poland that such solutions are possible. But I want to make it very clear, Poland will never agree to accept illegal migrants. We simply need to strengthen the border, close the border, and not invite illegal migrants. The European Union is pushing the Migration Pact by force. It includes 2 regulations. They are high-level pieces of legislation. They can be adopted through a qualified majority and will consequently apply to all nations. Unlike a directive, they do not require individual parliaments to pass legislation. Berlin is pushing to adopt the pact as soon as possible. They are in a big hurry. They made a proposal to speed up and set the pace for these negotiations and legislative work, which resulted in this very hurried, nervous situation, a situation that the European Union should not be proceeding with this document at this time, given that there are certain procedures initiated in the member states from which the Union will learn how citizens approach the issue of relocation and the issue of migrants. The European Union can't overcome a certain ideological approach to migration. In 10 days, Polish people will be asked in a referendum whether they support taking in thousands of illegal migrants. In France, talks are underway about changes to the constitution to make a similar vote possible. Surprisingly, in Poland, the opposition, which often calls itself democratic, is calling for a boycott of the referendum. Under the Civic Platform and Polish People's Party government, politicians in the power camp supported the admission of illegal migrants. As part of the action of the clubs of the Polish newspaper toward the referendum, You Vote, You Decide, meetings are being organized throughout Poland to show how important it is to take part in this referendum. On October 15th, during the parliamentary elections, 4 key questions will be answered in a nationwide referendum. They will concern the management of national assets, the age of retirement, the barrier on the eastern border, and the question of whether or not to accept illegal migrants.